From Liechtenstein to Licking, Missouri. Yes, that's actually a place. Welcome, fellow fans of Clash of Clans from around the world. It is your host, Galadon, in today's episode, How to Farm in War. What? How to farm in war, Galadon? That's a terrible idea. Okay, it's not exactly how to farm in war, but it is how to attack a higher town hall for a solid 2-star win when things look tough. Because let's be honest, there are many times where matchups, maybe not in CWL, but definitely in regular clan war, where matchups seem difficult, where you're faced with a rule in your clan that you must attack your mirror, and your mirror is a full town hall ahead of you. In the case right here in these attacks, it is a fully maxed out Town Hall 15 that I friendly battled myself with my maxed troops for Town Hall 14. The idea showing just how easy it is to grab a solid number and a 2-star. Because, okay, I'll be honest, I've been given this idea recently because I saw a few members in my own clan who attacked a player that was higher than them, sometimes by a full town hall, and walked away with 0 stars. That shouldn't happen. You should easily get 1 star, and if you follow this simple formula, you will 2-star any base you want at a higher level town hall as long as you have your super troops unlocked. That's right, we are using sneaky goblins and super wall breakers to annihilate fully maxed out bases. And it doesn't matter the town hall location. It doesn't matter really much of anything. I've got 3 different bases here today. Now, the second attack, I will actually kind of break down the thought process. I realize that we're halfway through an attack right now, and I haven't spoken at all about strategy. So but that's generally the way Galadon videos go, right? I ramble. I tend to ramble just a bit, and I apologize. Hopefully you guys are not too annoyed by that. But yes, okay, next attack, we will go step by step and talk about what I look for in any base that I'm going to farm in war. Obviously, you're facing a tougher clan castle, tougher heroes, and maxed out defenses in this case, and sometimes the walls can be a challenge. Fully maxed out walls against a full town hall level lower super wall breakers can, sometimes result in the wall not opening all the way. So we have to be careful about that. But when we bring, and I'm not even going to vary my army composition at all, when we bring this exact army, so 6 super wall breakers, 3 rage spells, 1 jump spell, 3 haste spells, we are pretty much guaranteed, unless you screw up, unless you get sloppy or careless, you're guaranteed to grab a solid 2-star, and the numbers are going to get better. This was actually my worst of 3 attacks, where we only got into the 60s. It is possible to get higher, and one of the keys is exactly what you see here at the end of this attack, and that is, once you've wiped out all of the loot-bearing buildings, the LBBs, then your sneaky goblins become pretty serious attackers of any structure in the village on their own, and if it's not a defense, usually 1 sneaky goblin will get the job done. Defenses near the edge, usually 2 to 3, depending upon the hit points. Obviously, a key defense like an X-bow is going to be much tougher to get rid of than a mortar. Also, they're more likely to be placed further in towards the core of the base, which uses up some of that invis time. But okay, so not bad. I'm happy with 71% 2-star against a fully maxed out base. Let's move on and talk about what we look for maximum damage and a 2-star. Now, this is a ring style base. First things first, you need to make a plan of attack for the town hall. Are you going to brute force it with your heroes? Are you going to snipe it with just a couple of sneaky goblins because it's on the edge? Or are you going to try, like I did in this case, to invincigob it, which is probably the most difficult, but you need to think ahead and make sure you're not wasting all of your jump, your haste, your rage spells if you're going to need them for getting to the core. All right, now when you begin the attack, obviously, the first step is to take out any external buildings. Usually you'll use 1 goblin per collector, 2 to 3 goblins per storage, dependent upon whether the storage is guarded by a repairing builder, how many spaces it is from the edge, and also look for those gaps so that you can try to deploy your goblins a little more closely. I usually will work my way around the outside of the base and then make a second or third pass after the storages like you see here, making sure that every single loot-bearing building is taken out in that perimeter. Next up, we start from the long way. That's right, we send the king first to tank for the siege machine. All of the heroes go down. We're starting as far from the town hall as possible. Also thinking about the path of that log launcher that I'm using. Maybe it's going to roll over a couple of scatter shots like you see here, the clan castle, the monolith, the dark elixir storage. Any and all hit points that you can grab with that siege machine make your job easier as you head your way in towards the core. Now, I'm dropping in the goblins with a haste at the bottom because here it comes. Get ready to freeze the frame. Invincigob is in action. Now, this is not easy to pull off. You need to make sure your goblins are headed towards that core. In this case, the clan castle and the town hall are right next to each other. You've got the rage. They're invincible so long that they are able to say bye-bye to the town hall, spin around and survive a little bit longer, clearing out all of the loot-bearing buildings from the core. And that is a key towards the end of your attack, because those sneaky goblins are not going to become building destroying demons until you get rid of the satellite storages. You can see here we had 2 elixir storages, a dark elixir and a gold storage that need to get out of the way before we can move on. We're out of haste spells, so we give the goblins a more direct route to the dark elixir with a jump spell on the left hand side. We've got a haste and rage together. Unfortunately, and you may have picked up on this during the attack, we were less than efficient, kind of overkilling some of these attacks using way too many sneaky goblins. That left us with very few at the end for cleanup, and we're lucky to just pass 60% damage on this attack, although nonetheless it was still a success. We could have done better if we were just a little more measured in dropping those sneaky goblins. So let's try one more time and go after another base design, another fully maxed out Town Hall 15. Again, we begin by scanning for that Town Hall. We see we can get in with just a jump spell and maybe a haste. We look for the outside buildings and we just start making our rounds. Now, when there's 2 layers of storages like you see there, I simply go around and patrol for the first layer the first time around, and then come back. As you work your way around clockwise or counterclockwise, then you make the second pass. Now I've got the gold storages remaining. We have to work on getting those down. It's rare that you'll run out of time in an attack like this, so just be paced, take your time. This way you're not wasting a lot of sneaky goblins early on in the attack. Sometimes it may take a third pass to get through all of the storages, and then we will be ready for the next phase. Now, usually I will send in the siege machine with the heroes at this point to try to grab damage. This time I decided, let's be safe. Let's go get the town hall next and then worry about sending in the heroes and the siege. Now, right here, if I place a jump over the air defense to the right of the town hall, we can take out both the town hall and the clan castle with the sneaky goblins. Again, kind of spammy, just rolling a bunch of them in there. We knew there wasn't going to be a tornado trap, which is also key. Make sure that your path is clear before you commit a bunch of them in there. But now we're done with the core. The clan castle is gone. The town hall is gone. We can start going after percentage points right here from the opposite side of the town hall with the king to tank, then the log launcher, the rest of the heroes, and we know we're going to easily pick up 50%. And in the case of this attack, we've already cleared every single loot-bearing building from the base. So as soon as we start dropping those sneaky goblins, they're going straight after all of the other perimeter defenses. But again, we're not pressed for time, so we're just going to wait and make sure that the core attack with the heroes, with the rage, with the warden ability, get in there and wipe out as many defenses as possible. Then, and only then, we will refocus, go back to the outside, and look for places where we can send in 1 sneaky goblin for a perimeter-based non-defensive building and 2 or 3 for a perimeter-based defensive building. And then it's just a matter of taking a look around, just like we did at the beginning of the attack, patrolling the outside of the base. I usually kind of work my way around in a circle and looking for vulnerable spots that we could try to get 1% more per building out of the way. And in this case, we're pushing 80% on a fully maxed out base from a full town hall lower. It may seem like a lazy way to grab a high 2-star, but when you have almost no chance, 0 possibility of grabbing the triple why not give it a try? Also, hey, Town Hall 15 3 stars are pretty difficult these days for the average player. This attack almost couldn't be easier once you've practiced this a few times, and make sure that you always have a plan to get to that Town Hall, because that's going to be probably the most critical part of this entire attack. 81%. We farmed another fully maxed out CWL base. Let me know what you guys think, and if you give it a try. Thank you, Galafam, for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode. You know you are the true hashtag Galafam. That's why I love, thinking about, and appreciate every single one of you every single day. So get out there, make the best of the rest of your day, week, month, and year. Be kind to other people, animals, and the planet, and I'll see you all back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Galadon, if I use a farming attack during war, can I use a war attack during farming?